I belong to the Church of Jesus Christ of Latter. Oh, hi friends! Oh my heck, it has been ages since we have seen each other, and I am so excited to be here today to talk about something super important in the world right now, and that is what the Mormons call themselves. So you've probably heard a lot recently, unless you're a woman, and then you've been on your 10-day social media fast. Oh, thank you, sisters, so sweet. The Mormons are no longer calling themselves Mormon anymore, and you might be thinking, what? That doesn't make any sense. But it does, and I am going to explain to you why. So, the first and most important thing about the change is that it isn't a change, okay? Because the gospel never changes, but it's not a policy, that means you have to do it, okay? It's just members of the Church of Jesus Christ of Latter-day Saints, which is what they have always been called, but used to call themselves Mormon, will no longer be called Mormon. That doesn't mean that they're not Mormon anymore. It just means that the Mormons who used to be Mormon when they were Mormon will no longer be Mormon, even though they are members of the Church of Jesus Christ of Latter-day Saints, but they won't use the shorthand Mormon anymore because Mormons aren't calling themselves Mormons anymore, but everything else stays the same. Okay? Easy, okay? And besides, the members of the Church of Jesus Christ of Latter-day Saints has such a nice ring to it. I know, mumbled that out just now, but in future it will be much easier. Okay? So, why have we made this change? Well, the prophet has said. And when the prophet says, the thinking has been done. But it seems that some of you didn't get the memo back in August when he asked us to do this the last time. So, here we are. So, at General Conference, yay! The prophet said that using the term Mormon offends Jesus. Do you want to offend Jesus? No, of course you don't. I don't, and I won't. Now, you might be thinking, yeah, but didn't Brigham Young say that a person who's offended where no offense is intended is a fool, and that a person who's offended where offense is intended is an even bigger fool? Yes, he did say that, but that doesn't apply now, because things apply when we say that they apply. And so, are you implying that Jesus is offended, and that makes him a fool? No, he's offended, but he's not a fool. Okay? So, we are serious, and to prove that we are serious, we are going to change things. Why? Every time that you use the term Mormon, as the prophet told us, it is a major victory for Satan! I don't know about you guys, but I'm not going to do it anymore. And it might be confusing because you're thinking, but I've always been a Mormon, and I've used this term, and I've identified it with it my whole life, and I've introduced myself as that, and I was a missionary, and I'm proud to be a Mormon, and I love who I am, and too bad, okay? This is what we're doing. It is. Do with it, and let's move on, okay? So, to show that we mean this, the Mormon... I will find that it helps to slap yourself sometimes if you accidentally use the term just to kind of help you get out of the habit, okay? You don't have to slap yourself if you're just explaining what things formerly were when you're explaining how things will be moving forward, okay? Mormonism is so easy. Church of Jesus Christ of Latter-day Saintsism is very easy. It's happiness, okay? So, the choir previously known as the Mormon Tabernacle Choir will henceforth be known as the Tabernacle Choir at Temple Square. The Tab Cats! Oh no, it's so cute! And plus Temple Square is where it is, so like, duh! Mormon.org will now redirect you to a new sin-free version of the website. You're welcome. And you might be thinking, wow, that seems kind of convenient that your church can suddenly stop using a term that has previously you used and identified with, so that things that your church and all that crap that you used to say will no longer be readily identifiable by confusing the general public because nobody knows who you are anymore. Now, might this plan backfire because all of the official previously Mormon stuff on YouTube has all had its name changed, and now the only stuff that you will find is the anti-Mormon stuff, and so will people just assume when they type in Mormon that that's all true? I don't know! But we're gonna do it anyway, so here we go. Now, we would ask you to please go along with this change and let us use the label that we want. Labels are very important, except when they're not important, like with respect to the LGBT community and, you know, when it's not applicable. Stuff applies when it applies, guys. Okay, so, from this point forward, I will no longer be known as the Mormon Ambassador. I will be the Church of Jesus Christ of Latter-day Saints Ambassador, okay? I don't know if YouTube will let me change my handle, so might leave it the way it is, but I will repent later, okay? I'm gonna share the good news, so I don't know what else to do, so. From this point forward, do not call Mormons Mormon anymore, and you might be thinking, aren't there other, like, maybe more important things in the world that we could be worrying about at the current moment in time, given what is happening in current events around the world? No, okay? Like, are you questioning God again? Like, no, okay? The Lord works in his own time, guys, and we don't know the reasons for the change, but it's the Lord's church, so it should have the Lord's name in it, and why can't we just take 3 extra seconds to use a slightly clunkier name, okay, for him? Because we don't know what's going to happen in future, and about, like, maybe... We just don't know. We don't know. And who are we to say? We just obey and do what we're told. And that's what we will do. And you might be thinking, yeah, but doesn't it seem kind of like convenient that your prophet, who has been talking about not using the word Mormon for like 4 decades, has suddenly made this announcement that Jesus has changed his mind, which he hasn't. He's just requested that we adapt going forward, just as he finally becomes prophet and has a worldwide audience that does everything that he says, even though previous prophets embraced the term Mormons, and now they don't want to see, I've got so many people already calling me, telling me how great this is. That they previously didn't use the term, or they did use the term Mormons in like multi-million-dollar campaigns, like, I'm a Mormon, and meet the Mormons, and now suddenly you've abandoned all of it because Jesus has changed his mind because some 94-year-old man has decided that he doesn't want to use the term anymore. Of course not. Like, why would you even draw that parallel? It doesn't make any sense to us. So, this is the Church of Jesus Christ of Latter-day Saints Ambassadors signing off. Mormon no more. Bye.